Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me all right? Oh, I guess what I'm hearing is an alarm's going off somewhere. All right. So good morning to Carol and good morning to Marianne. I don't know what must have happened to you why you weren't able to get in. So very interesting. But you're here today. And so I'll take an offer from either one of you what you might want to talk about today. No suggestions. Oh my goodness. Well, we're still having our trouble here with our washing of our clothes and not having smell. So, good morning, Marvy. That's our drama that we're in, however, and whatever that means, you know. There we go. So, does anyone have any questions? Yes, well, here we are, Lauren, driving and listening. Well, haven't really gotten to where we're talking about something really good, but we'll call in the energy of Mother, Father, and I want everyone to bring them into their heart and hold their light for a few moments. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Marby. I just got a signal that they ran out of backup room. So I'll have to look at that after this one. It goes faster than you think, especially as we're working longer sometimes. So maybe that is what happened. But you're saying you didn't hear your message on the day. Well, I apologize. If you would like me to give you a message now, because I don't have a list that I kept. Would you like that now today? Yeah, it's kind of an interesting thing. There's a name, and I reach into that name. She's saying no. She'll get it next week. No worries. Well, no, if it was missed, it wasn't intentional. Okay. All right. So why don't we, now that we have Mother and Father down, let's bring in the gold light into the space wherever it is you are, and have it be very loving. Very good. Wonderful. And now we're going to call up the violet flame from below to purify and release anything that could be worrying you on your mind today, in your energy, in your home. Just allow it to blaze, 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 the violet consuming flame. Shatter and consume all cause, core, and effect of anything that might be anywhere around you. Okay. So the news I have about Friday, which I will write in the post, is it's going to be by donation. It will be on Zoom, and we'll give you the code. And it is 11 a.m. on Friday. And it is going to be work from Saint Germain. So it's going to be exciting. So that means everybody can come. You can give a donation and see what you are able to take from what gets spoken through and help change your lives and change your path of moving into a higher light always, you know. I know usually I do a channeling today, but my throat is so uneven. I'm not so sure I would do justice in holding the voice of someone else. So let me see what comes here. So we have Master Babaji right in front of us. And why don't we take a few minutes and everyone release. It's not so much a question, but perhaps a way in which you could ask for his help to come to you. And it looks like the other picture has totally went crooked. I guess that's why. It is very exciting about Friday. And it took a while because we kept working with the Saint Germain people. And it's been written that you can't charge when you give his studies. So it's by donation. That's how that finally all came through. And that's fine. That's great. And the idea is that we wanted to get it out to everybody. And we'll observe to see what people do with it. That's going to be the interesting thing. And today is what? The 5th. Yeah. Days are going by. Life is changing. The world's changing. A lot of Democrats got in. And happy for you if that's what you desired. And the 7th, 7 being a very powerful number, is going to be in 2 days from now. So I don't know about where you are, but it's like 78 degrees or something. You're very cold. Yes, be aware. I said the word cold at 78 versus probably where all of you are, where you're living. But yes, I was thinking maybe, which I usually don't do here, is I may read something to you from the Pistis. Oh. That's pretty interesting. Oh, here it is, right next to my right hand. It's always wonderful for me to take and just open the book and see where we're at and what they're wanting to say. This is Mary talking. You know, the TheoSophia is about the energy of Christ after he ascended, meeting on Mount Olive with all his disciples and how he taught them from there. So if you have the book and you want to follow along, it's on page 728. Okay. Let us not only break through the boundaries of our limited three-dimensional vision and open our consciousness, but as we cross the zero-point energy vacuum, let us become as a light stream with no limitations. Let us understand why living systems are designed to be a network of intelligence and why we are to operate freely within our Father's house of many mansions. Mary affirms Christ's teaching that a pure light pillar and a light stream is to be our goal, which becomes embodied as a whole light being of pure energy. This is far beyond a ghost or an astral entity. It is a vehicle of existence with a more rarefied body which can live and experience the higher regions of the inheritance and therefore cannot be contained within the lower worlds, not even within the treasury of light. Just as Jesus himself is reported in the New Testament to have appeared in his body of ascension to his disciples, physical terms, who ride within the light pillars or beams would experience the collapse of space and the absence of time before their eyes. Their body would act as superconductive electron currents which move around unsaturated rings in chemical compounds, activating corresponding superconductive regions. The single and paired electron currents would be unaffected by temperature, magnetic fields, or by radiation, for the light body works with superhuman currents and in no way would be limited to one physical electromagnetic spectrum of existence as they become their own Merkaba vehicle of ascension. So we're in the back of this book, and this whole book is about the evolution of a human experience. And yes, there will be I'm sorry, I'm going to reading what Marianne wrote. There will also be a donate. It's always every time on my page, and we'll have it on the post for you. Okay. And so we're here at the tail chapter towards the end. Let me see how many more there are. There's a few more of he's already been with the disciples, spoken to them. And he's saying here, a plan of salvation is given, but only so much can be accomplished if others are doing the work. Your priest, your guru, your brother, or your sister can only help you up to a point. And then you must help yourself. You will fall short of the higher light evolution of becoming a pillar of light, a whole being of light. You alone must begin to cooperate with the order of the Melchizedek and the office of the Virgin of Light, who are able to raise souls up or recycle them. You yourself must create the Merkaba vehicle. The soul must take its own responsibility to work with the demands of the fullness of light under all circumstances. And we're going to talk to you more about the soul and things you did not know on Friday. So speedily, the survivors of the judges of the archons take those souls and pass them from one to the other until they bring them before the Virgin of Light. The opportunities are present, You can be carried by the servitors of the archons to the virgins of light, or you can go to a light pillar through all the regions under your own power and command and be initiated to take an active role in the leadership of the brotherhoods and the sisterhoods of light. And when you connect with your cosmic family and you know who you are in relation to them, they will support you and grant you the sacred knowledge needed to open all gates and provide you with a new state of existence as a light being, living and working in a new physical and non-physical realm of creation. This is beautifully expressed and before mentioned in the hymn of the Pearl of the Great Price from the Acts of Thomas. A king's son goes to find the pearl, now possessed by the dragon, which he is to return to its heavenly repository. Here, below, he becomes defiled with the things of the world, corrupted or spoiled until a letter comes from heaven, signed by all the great and mighty ones. Here, thereupon members, why he had entered the realm of the dragon and cast off his earthly garments, and with the pearl now in his possession, he returns to the waiting arms of his beloved ones. They present him with his robe and the higher garment that was always his and yet is also his reward. The divine Hashem Yahweh sent Jesus into the world to be the light in the darkness. And he sent you into the world to be the light in your world of darkness. It is your name with the name of the Father looking down into the interdimensional worlds within your body that say to the hierarchy, O Lord, send me down into a lower body that I may reprogram it to overcome the influence of the prince of the earth who fill it with the fear and the doubt. Now we can understand the Apostle of Jude, where Enoch tells us Yahweh came with his holy myriads in the final period before the earth is delivered and the kingdom unfolded. And you shall remember yourself saying, send me down into a body that I may reprogram flesh and blood into a multicolored rainbow, light body filled with the grace and wisdom of the greater universe, because that is the true mission of my life as your emissary. And as I read this, because I didn't have that planned, last night I happened to be on my phone and I was, let me look at wings. And what I saw were rainbow wings. So it's interesting how the idea here of the rainbow, the multicolored rainbow light body. And so they were showing me that angels are perhaps like a rainbow. Oh, that's the same. Yeah. It'll be up. And if not, Friday morning, send me an email or a text and I'll make sure you have it. But it will be there. Doug will be home at noon and he's going to set it up. So it'll give you the code to get to Zoom. You want to go to Zoom and put the ones were given to you. It's going to give you the secret word to get in, and then everyone will be inside. The difference is then here we can see you and you can participate and ask questions, and it's more of a personal experience in how it works. Okay? So this was a pretty profound thought to open up for today. So it's helping us to understand how come we're all here on Earth. Because at some point in some time, we have continued to evolve through many lifetimes. And this time, we're wanting to get it right. We're wanting to evolve and to bring our entire energy. If you are one who've looked at the aura is a rainbow of colors. And the brighter it is, the more profoundly set are your chakras, the closer you are to having your body become that light. Okay, anyone have any questions about what I read, about what's coming on Friday? You're going to want to have a pad of paper because I think you'll want to take notes because you're not just going to remember it. And we'll try to go slowly so you can have time to write it down. And it's the information you're going to want to study to understand it and experience it within yourself. All right. I wish this isn't moving well either. My throat wasn't so raw today. Yes, but my cold is still hanging on. And this is all from the back of the book here. So let me just read this message from Jesus. Listen now, that I may speak to you about the soul in regard to what I have said. The 5 great archons are the great hammering of the aeons, and the archons of the sun disk and the archons of the moon disk exhale into the soul. And there comes out of them a measure of my power, which I have just said, and the measure of that power remains within the soul, so that the soul can carry on. And they place the counterfeiting spirit around the soul, so that it watches it and accompanies it, and the archons bind it into the soul with their seals and their bonds, and seal it to it, so that it may always coerce it, so that it will constantly give in to the passions and the lawless acts. So that it may forever serve and at all times remain under their dominion. In the transformation of the body, and they seal to it that it may be found in all the sin and all the desires of the world. Yeah, it isn't so much that you grasp what's being said, but to have those words be heard vibrationally brings about a change in life and how you perceive things. So, yeah, you can see we do our master class in Pistis, and there's just so many things that are powerful. And I'm going to go here to see one. They're talking now about how the beings are coming together. So he says, as to Abraham and Isaac and Jacob, I have forgiven all their sins and their transgressions, and I have given them the mysteries of the light and the aeons, and stationed them in their region. The Trinity of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and many of those who had accepted different forms of the Trinity teachings or the light vehicle from other religious perspectives, including the Buddhist, the Hindu, and the Muslim, or from individual dedication and study, will ascend on high by virtue of being given the mysteries of the greater worlds of light. Their righteousness and closeness to God allows them this divine gift. The Kabbalists understood that there were 7 principal heavenly realms. If we compare those 7 heavens of the Kabbalists to the TheoSophia text and cosmology, the righteous patriarchs themselves would be placed in a special heavenly dimension in the higher strata of the heavens one could identify with the Zebul, Zebul, where they learn the mysteries of the eternal sonship and the mysteries of ascension. Therefore, the 4th book of the TheoSophia intimates Christ's ability to take souls with him into the many heavens as he himself opens the doors of ascension. Just as he took Pistis Sophia back into the 13th aeon, so all life has the ability to return and be reconstituted in a number of vehicle embodiments. However, as with the Pistis Sophia, the initial ascension is only an intermediate step beyond the lower 12 aeons, and the final ascension must await the time of the end. And then all who are evolved will go into the height. The first step is the restoration of wisdom, and the final step is the unity of wisdom with the divine spirit, where wisdom begins to establish greater worlds of light intelligence. If you don't have a Pistis Sophia and that all speaks to you, yeah, you might want to get it. Yeah, it's expensive, but it's the kind of book you read a little bit every day, or you read a chapter, you get in it and you get lost. And it's part of you hears it. It is about part of you. It's about Sophia and how she fell, how she cried and was tormented until finally Christ showed her how to evolve being in the darkness and to lift up again. And she could sing then to God. And, just all kinds of beautiful things like that in here to help you with your healing. Sometimes we don't realize that the simplest things are speaking to our growth inside of us. Pistis Sophia is just one of many of the books here that are about evolving. And if you haven't found a friend to do that journey with you, I mean, there's all the DK books. Yeah. There's he has 20 books. And he has one on healing. There's 2 on discipleship. And the girls in my master class are going through it now. And you would be amazed to have an awareness of how in depth it takes you into. It's not just about chakras and the different levels of the aura. That's old understanding. It's now more about the soul levels and the aura and the different levels of it, and the vibration of it, and how you meditate with it, and how you enhance your vision. There's just so many things that both DK and Saint Germain have found a way to speak and that people can listen. There's all the I Am books. Lots of things if you're intrigued and want to become a part of the understanding. You can take time and read yourself. So I see no one else has mentioned. They say there's still 4 here of you. And thank you for staying. I still apologize. It was just, I couldn't feel I could just tell you that I wasn't feeling well. So when you use gifts like mine, when you're not feeling well, you can't really use them. So you're just stuck with me. But today's Wednesday. So Friday will be fine, and then it's going to be me and Douglas. So again, I'm sorry, Marvy, that was not intentional to miss your. And I usually try to keep the names going as I'm giving a message, but I must not have yesterday. So maybe the one thing we can do today is to read, like before Marianne asked me, is the Great Invocation. How's that? Yeah. All right. Everybody ready? From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. May Christ return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men, the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center which we call the race of men, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth. And that is from Master DK, the Tibetan. So, I appreciate, let's see, maybe it's the 4 that were originally here, I don't know. But I'm certainly willing, if you have a question, I can ask it. That part of me is still working. Yeah. Friday at 11. And you're going to get the directions on where to go. It'll be on Zoom. And yes, you're going to have to put Zoom on your computer. And then you'll have a way and my number to put in, which will take you to my account. Well, thank you, Arby. And since there's no fee, perhaps everyone again will come. And I think you'll find it enlightening. All right. And we'll see how it goes from there, whether we continue it. You're very welcome, Marianne. No problem. Well, I'm going to go and to rest. And hopefully, if anyone else needs that in their life, you find your way to get there and to have that. And I'm going to straighten up these pictures. Okay, very good. So, many blessings to everybody. I'll see you Friday at 11 in Zoom. Talk to you then.